Bonjour.
Guttentag.
I say hello in your language. And welcome back to the DichotomousDuo.
Yep, and we are in a new snapshot. So we're actually going to cover 3 snapshots today. They're all listed somewhere, I don't know where, somewhere on the screen, so you know which ones we're covering. We're going to basically be covering the one with the glow squid, the one you're seeing right now, and then the one that adds a few little minor bug fixes and changes.
Cool. And then there's my portion of the video, which is completely useless, but you'll have to watch and see.
Yep. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. I was about to zoom, but then I realized I couldn't.
I feel your pain.
So we're going to start off with the oldest snapshot first. It is up there on the screen somewhere. And this one is with the glow squid. So as you can see here, I made a sparkling carpet. It's really pretty. And how I did this was I waterlogged some rails, and you can see the glow squid just goes on by and it emits these particles. And this is really cool. You can probably use this in a lot of different meeting halls just to add a really cool glowing effect. And yeah, that's how you do that. So the next snapshot that we are currently in includes the new azalea leaves. So these worked really well when trying to make some custom trees, and they worked really well in combination with these spore blossoms, which emit little particles that just fall to the floor, and I think it creates a really pretty tree. In addition, we also get azalea bushes, flowering azalea, and then just regular azalea. You can use these to actually make really cool bushes. So gone are the days of using fence posts and leaves. You can now use the azalea bushes with either moss blocks or azalea leaves on top, and it makes a really cool foliage effect. Moving on, we have the dripleaf. The small dripleaf grows on top of clay and or in water, as you can see here. So what you want to do here is just put them in some water, and it kind of creates these nice little reeds. You can see here it works well in ponds, and it looks really cool. And I'll go ahead and I'll show you some designs with the dripleaf. So something you can do with this drip leaf is in 2 tall water, as you can see here, you can place a small drip leaf plant, and it'll go up the 2 blocks. You place a carpet on top of that, and then you place trapdoors, and it creates this nice little water lily, and it looks so cool when you're underwater. And speaking of cool underwater effects, we can use the drip leaf, and in combination with a bunch of other features updated in the aquatic update, to create a really cool underwater scene. So as you see here, we're using the drip leaf and the little drip leaf along with our cute little axolotl friends to create this awesome underwater exhibit. Now, this could look really cool in small areas and estuaries, but you can also use it in the ocean if you have an oceanic base. But this just looks really good, and it works great in combination with the 1.13 blocks. Back over at the entrance, and you can see back behind me, cave design just got a whole lot more crazy. You can see that we used azaleas, drip leaf, these rather interesting flowers that dangle from the ceiling emitting particles, which are now making me a little wet. But you can basically see that all of these building blocks come together very nicely in order to create some amazing caves, and I cannot wait to see what Mojang does with this in the future. Now, if you need some inspiration for what kinds of things you want to build with these new blocks, you can look behind me, or you might want to check out some of our other snapshot videos in order to see what kinds of things we've done there. Anyways, let's go ahead and head back to our build designs. So I'd like to go over some things really quick that you can use in build designs, and they feature the spore blossom and the hanging roots. So with these 2 blocks, they both can be placed only on the undersides of blocks, as you can see here. So you can use this to create really cool looking things like this here, as you can see, already looks a little bit like a lantern. So you can place a bunch of hanging lanterns all over the world, and it would look really cool. Now, I wouldn't recommend necessarily using these colors, but you can create really cool balloons if you use pinks, then they work really well with these azaleas, or you can just use any color and they work well with the hanging roots. Now, for this, you can kind of create a little shower / particle effects, and you can put some cauldrons underneath to make it look like they're being collected. You can do a lot with the azalea, and I find it looks really good just to add a little pop of color to whatever you happen to be building. This next build design is all about the azalea. So you can see here that I've used the azalea along with the flowering azalea to create this lovely little field of sorts, and it works great for like picnics, and you can also use it to create walls, as you can see here, and it works really well in combination with a block like bamboo or things like that. You can also see here that we have rooted dirt blocks. Now I use this as a path block as it works really well with coarse dirt and path blocks themselves. So I found that this just worked really well. So the way that this design works is obviously the azaleas, as I mentioned earlier, but the way that this works specifically is that it is 1 block tall. So it basically renders it the same as any other block, but the texture is a little different than grass. So if you use the two in combination, it kind of looks like you have a flowering field, and it's really nice and really pretty. You can also use the glow lichen in order to add a little bit of light to your build without having to torch spam everywhere. So I'd like to talk a little bit more about the azalea walls. So I used the moss block in combination with the flowering azalea and the regular azalea in order to create these gaps in the wall. And as I said, it works really well with a block like bamboo, or in this case, I used baby dripleaf plants around the bottom to kind of create this nice little lush area. And I can see this working really well in gardens or mazes and other builds like that. Our last but certainly not least build design is once again utilizing the moss block as a sort of, I guess it's kind of a substitute for grass because the entire block is the same texture and it looks really good in combination with coarse dirt and the hanging roots. Now this works, like I can see this working well for floating islands, as you can see here, and it just makes the area look so much more lively. And that's pretty much going to do it for all of our build designs that we have for this video, possibly more to follow, but we're going to head over to Flubakin for his portion of the video, so sit tight and we'll go to Flubakin right about
Ow. Hello, this is my portion of the video. I have built to you a snow globe that has been full of water for quite a while now.
Yeah. The royal court and of King Squid and his company.
Yep. If you want to come in and join me, the entrance is here.
Okay. No. Okay. Can't get in.
No.
And we're in. Okay.
So yeah, this is it. Pretty nice. I quite like it.
Why is
Cool
the
place.
squid in a cage? Well,
Oh. The king has
the king is
wants to leave
glitching.
his box. Oh,
You just punched him. Flubs, how rude.
it's fine. It's fine. Don't look at me, but it's fine.
How rude.
So yeah, this is all the court here. These are their seats. There's one still sitting down, 2 still sitting down actually. Yeah, it's quite nice. Quite nice. I quite like it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm gonna end the video.
Oh, okay, I want to end it up here.
Okay. You're
Oh.
Yeah, that's what happens with Dripleaf Flubs. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave your support. It's greatly appreciated. So we have a Discord if you want to join it. The link is down below and with the description. We highly recommend you join because we're going to do some fun things in the future. And you can get sneak peeks and whatnot. Also, if you haven't seen our latest snapshot videos, I highly recommend those. There will be a link on our channel somewhere. Anyway, we'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.
Bye.
Definitely didn't just break glass there.
It's fine. I'm gonna go apologize to King Squid.
Okay,
Where are you?
have fun.
You all look kind of similar. Is this you? Are you King Squid? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to punch you. I think he forgives me.